Hey guys, it's Zamri here. I wanted to share tonight my opinions on a rather sciencey topic, and that is, do I believe in evolution? I am really going to try my best to explain this, but it shouldn't be too difficult. So, anyways, here I go. So, do I believe in evolution? The answer to that immediately is going to be yes, because you guys know that I'm all for science. Science this, science that, science influences me. I really believe in it. But why do I believe in it? What makes me believe in it? Well, for starters, I feel like nature can identify when there is a flaw with the members of its community, like the inhabitants, which is every single living being. So I believe in evolution perspective of from the perspective of in order to ensure that your species thrive, you undergo some modifications, but you do not completely change your identification as a species. And what I mean by that is, you know how the popular theory is that we evolved from primates or something like that? Primates? Well, I have my issues with that because it seems to be a complete change, a complete turnaround from what we are. Like, they are excellent at climbing trees. They are definitely stronger than us. They move faster than us, I would think. And they have a better protection against the elements. Like, they have their fur, and I've never heard of a gorilla or something getting sunburnt. So, see, so in a situation like that, if evolution is supposed to be a good thing, a necessary thing for survival, that sounds like a downgrade, if you ask me. Like, we lost our coat and we lost our strength. So, I guess it's possible to devolve, like evolve into something that's weaker. But I guess if I approach evolution from the point of view of it doesn't necessarily mean that you're evolving to improve all of your senses, then I can roll with evolution the way that it is shared. But to me, what makes me believe in evolution is that we are similar to some other animals too. But because we pick where we live, it's essential that if we spend a long time under the conditions present in that environment, your body will sort of figure out that you have weaknesses and that you have strengths, so it'll keep or upgrade the strengths, and the weaknesses you'll evolve so that you increase the odds of your survival. But this has to take thousands of years, because no physical change like that can take place overnight. Can you imagine having a child and all of a sudden you see it with gills or fins, and you're like, what? So it's something that has to happen subtly, but definitely happen. So I think that if we lived in a place where you have to be very like aquatic about it to survive, then after many, 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 many centuries, your body is going to, have a better lung capacity. Um, And honestly, it makes sense to me. It just makes sense because after such a long time, assuming that the planet really is as old as they tell us that it is, changes had to happen in order for species to progress, you know? So the only time that I have issues with the theory of evolution is when it suggests that we go from one species to another completely different, unrelated species, you know? So, like, what can I say? You have tigers, but you also have cats. Are they the same species? No, but they're similar. But at the same time, I see why those differences exist. So, same thing with primates and animals. It's like we're different, and I can see why we're different. But it's kind of crazy to say that we evolved from them because if that's the case, why are they still around? I would expect that evolution means that the the species that demonstrated the flaw in their physicality would have to die off. So that's how we conquer now in place of primates. Does that make sense? So it's like evolution is to me acceptable when your body is modified but you still remain you. Like you still remain human. Like we can still identify and tell that you are a member of the human species. But to say that let's say a monkey turned into a human progressively like that, it's like it's crazy to me because we don't seem to have retained much of the primate conduct. See what I mean? So unless I'm wrong, I really haven't researched how um, apes manifest like that. Maybe we do act like them more than I'm thinking, but it's weird, guys. This is kind of a tricky question for me. But ultimately, I think that evolution is important, is part of the natural process, but maybe the way that we're trying to explain it is sometimes inaccurate. And maybe my brain is processing those inaccuracies, but because I haven't seen the official evidence that backs up my personal opinion, then that's why I have to roll with evolution the way they present it. But but yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it. I hope that I summed up my opinion as clearly and concise as I could. I know it's kind of weird and tricky because it's something that I never really thought about. So, what do you guys think? Have you ever read something that convinced you, and whatever your opinion is, whether you believe in it or not, what did you read or whom did you listen to that persuaded you into having your current opinion? Let me know because this is one that I realized that my knowledge on it and ability to express it is kind of weak and lacking. So before I start doing my own research, I would love it if you guys can give me material to start off with and then I'll pick it up from there. But I have a feeling that my opinion may not change much. But I'm always open to learning and changes and stuff like that. You guys know. All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you soon.